Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm gonna try to make this one short so I can make my shorts. And I want to know what's going on with the investigation as far as all of these marriages, right? Like I said, people got married. A lot of people got married between 2020 up to, I want to give it 2023, possibly 2024, but the real shit hit the fan 2020 to 2023. I know about shit from the past, but I'm going to try to keep it in this time frame that I just mentioned. So when they got married, even though it was their name, those certificates had to have my name. These bitches collected a lot of dough. I don't know where their occupations weren't paying like that or none of that. And then everybody came out with the same shit. And their asses on the floor, right? So let's see. And just so y'all know, you are supposed to pull these cards. They don't have to jump out. If you read the dialogue on how to really lay these cards out, they ain't supposed to jump out. It's just fun that they do. So never think that I'm playing with me or you. So when these people got married, that's why they tried to steal them. When these people got married, even though visibly the marriage name was theirs. And who's the pastor, the main one? Look, Ten of Swords, the betrayal. Look, the fucking offer. The end of a cycle due to the picture. And the celebration. The hangman, motherfuckers. How you look at it. The marriages, that shit ain't no joke. Look at the messages. How they were going back and forth with each other. I'm going to keep these. And we going to get it in. So the Ten of Swords, the Page of Cups, the surprise. Somebody got offered. And this goes back beyond the 10 years. But like I said, somebody got offered a gift that they couldn't turn, that they didn't want to turn down. Like I said, they had people coming up in groups against me. And like I said, I didn't deal with people from way back when, since I can remember, because motherfuckers was doing stupid shit like that. I didn't know why, and I didn't really give a fuck. Because I wasn't trying to get no trouble behind defending myself on top of that. Because it was their loss. But anyways, with these fraud-ass marriage, that's how they really got it in. Like the church, the justice system, all of that. They all knew. And then I know that when you're affiliated with a certain person, they judge you based on that. They use that as a track record. And I don't even have a criminal record, you guys. I have been down by law a couple of times, but it was brief. And it wasn't, I wouldn't say, it wasn't serious. It wasn't serious as the crimes these bitches committed. So, with that Ten of Swords, they walked away from all of their emotions. A bitch thought that she was topping somebody because of their status as well. They took themselves out into the wilderness. Because somebody gave them something. Told them that they could lift them up. That they would be highly exalted if they did that stupid shit. And they knew what the deal was, but they didn't care. And I don't think they knew that I knew. That's why I walk away from people who think that they being vultures and shit around me. Like, bitch, you're dead. Because you're not needed. And we all got both sides. I don't disrespect nobody, but I'm not going to let them disrespect me. Just keep it moving. And since they knew that the shit wasn't right, they didn't give a fuck. They went to playing. Like I said, people played with water magic and all kinds of shit. This is going to be double confirmation. They played with that shit like it's cool. And it is. Until they get the repercussions, ain't it? So when they got married, and they was playing with themselves, That's just what I got. Thanks to the old Polaroid, they really fucked themselves over. So when these people was getting married and all this other shit was happening, I'm congratulating them because, like I said, I ain't no hater. People that I came in contact with wasn't marriage material, push come to shove. And then knowing about this money, like, who want to share their money with a dummy? We not growing nothing now. We don't have anything. So if we had something, we would still lose. And the shit that they stole, they ain't got shit to show for. Niggas ain't even got decent curtains. I can't get in. I cannot ignore the facts, right? Y'all shouldn't either. Six of Cups. Why share with somebody that can't share with themselves? But anyways, back to this fraud ass marriage. It's just amazing the shit that they did to betray somebody. They was all, I just got with these birds and shit. They was all over. Remember, I shared that with y'all. All overseas, sending out all kinds of monitoring spirits, signing all kind of illicit deals, illegal deals, like I said, watching me in secrecy. Like I said, my personal life is my personal life. They put that shit on blast, and now I'm on their ass. I need my money. I'm not ashamed of anything. There's nothing wrong with me, dummies. And nor am I going to allow somebody to put me to that situation, especially once I learned about the food and shit. Look at how far these bitches went to try to fuck me over. Come on now. Who does that? Who sneaks in a bitch house while they at work? Who digs through a motherfucking garbage? Their garbage. Who steals their garments? IDs and all that shit. Who does that? And why would you do it? To cause an ending to somebody because you bitches knew that it was over for y'all. And like I said, I ain't sold up about nobody. Nobody piece of shit. There's no disrespect if the nigga ain't a piece of shit. But if he came for me and he rode the other way, ain't nothing wrong with keeping that shit moving. Yo, I don't even get these people. But anyways, we gonna clarify them with that 10 of Swords. Excuse me. Because I didn't want to put my shit out because I know about them stealing the intellectual property and shit. The 10 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles falling out, flipping over. That's the fucking, the money. Look they made babies with motherfuckers. They ain't even cared for them. They made sex magic and shit. They made babies just to, I guess, secure the look with the spell work, yo. Let me get these right, though. They fell out. That's the Justice in reverse. They knew what they was doing was wrong. This fell on the Queen of Cups. Justice in reverse. Don't play with me. What's on that? The world, the end of a cycle. The fucking pictures and all that shit. Like I said. They can't call Geico. Look at the goddamn Cadillac converters and shit. Whoever... I can't help it. It's funny. But, they had a lot going on. And then, like I said, they were in groups. And it's like, okay, you're not invited to our group, but we're going to steal your money and your ideal, your intellectual property, your ID. We're going to steal everything you're doing. And we're going to sit people outside and watch you. And nobody's going to do anything about it. Like I said, I couldn't even I didn't even get respect from the fucking police department. So why in the fuck would I call them? You ain't gonna tell me that the justice system ain't had nothing to do with this. And it, like I said, it ain't for all of them. You can call me what you want to. But nobody's getting away with that shit. Everybody got a pretty little I heard a pretty little pension off that shit. Now, if I got it like that, then bitch, you should have played your position correctly. Especially when they tried to steal my cards. I started at these cards before I even put the shit online. Don't play with me. I've been on. Because like I said, they wasn't about to stop me from living. And it was personal. All this shit that I'm giving y'all is personal, but I can read people to a degree. If you come and ask me a question, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to yay or nay that thing. If you come and give me some information about something that you're going through or something, I can yay or nay that thing. Like I said, I'm a counselor. And hell yeah, I know when and how to crash out and everything. So ain't nobody about to try to dictate how I move. And I didn't need nothing from any fools. I got all of that and still know how to make some. Now tell me these people don't deserve to burn in hell. Fuck out of here. See? 3 of Pentacles, the Tower. Damn, this is just from the conversation we having. The 2 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. You ain't gonna tell me that I wasn't putting in work. And these motherfuckers put in work too. They was all over the place. But anyways, back to the clarification on these fraud ass businesses, these fraud ass marriages. Like I said, these people got married for nothing, really. They married people just to get the money. And that's fine. But I think that whoever stamped that shit should have played their position correctly. Like I said, you dishonorable bitch. That's not a disrespect to anybody. When you coming for somebody else's head, I don't give a fuck about no black or no white shit. That's what really, really grinds my gears. And like I said, I had to be a fuck nigga for somebody to respect me. Y'all crazy as a bitch. I heard walk in integrity. So, that Page of Cups, that fishy ass, fucked up ass offer, put a bitch, it was a 9 of Wands in reverse. A desperate measure that put everybody in despair. Because, like I said, the first thing they seen with that glamorous offer was, hey, money. It's like, okay, well, we gonna play her because she's dumb. So y'all thought, no, I'm not radio reactive. I know it's a time and place for anything. And like I said, you come up the wrong way now. I got the same face now. That shit is funny. You got the wrong way. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? If somebody came up on you, what you gonna do? Coward? Bitch, I'm about to act. I'm about to do everything. Here you go. But that's all. Everything you wish and more. It's an older song. I'm so off tempo with that. But y'all know I do music. See? Justice. Fell right in my goddamn lap. Because they knew what they was doing was wrong. I knew, that they was on some fuck shit. But I stayed balanced. And the justice system knew exactly what was going on as far as, if somebody offer you something and your greedy ass is willing to bend on some fraud shit on a low anyway, because like I said, it was mad shit went on in the town that just blew my goddamn mind. If killers and pedophiles and all kind of shit can walk, even on the furloughs and shit, I know a little something about that, the lingo with the jail. Who the fuck, who is running that shit? That's why I said, come on, big wigs. They fucked up y'all whole shit when they came for me. They fucked up y'all. Because like I said, it was shit that been going on forever. I'm almost 100. So all this shit that been going on, I seen it. I never said anything. I never gave people a hunch that I knew. And I was walking the same mile with them. I just played it close, play it by ear. Remember they always say, keep your enemies close. So I ain't had no problem with that shit. They could cut them hands off. So hands down with the hangman here. Why did I just get judging these people off their characters? Like they was acting distance, like they was top authority. And it was bitches, I want to say, authoritative figures that went against the motherfucking grain for some strange change. Like I said, everybody tied in, but it's no secret society. It's really not a secret. Nothing's, I got disillusioned under God. Whether you respect it or you worship it or not. I don't care. Look at the messages. Never come for somebody that's not fucking with you. And never come for somebody that's always laughing and smiling too. I used to hear that a lot. Like, they'd be like, damn, you always happy. You always nice. You always so festive and everything. I was like, yeah, now imagine somebody like this on the other side of the fence. All hell gonna break loose. Am I lying? That shit was totally disrespectful. I cannot stop saying this shit. I need my motherfucking money. And I know it was a white woman in it too. Who was that white boy came with the realtors that day that had that camera walking through the house? He's like, I was like, yo, why you got the camera out? Why are you video recording? He's like, oh, I'm doing this for somebody in New York. Somebody wants to see the house in New York. And then I seen some tarot readers and shit. And then we did have one right around the corner from me. But she just up and disappeared. But anyways, did he do that shit for you? Like, you know, because bitches with fake titties and shit that sit up there with their ass and shit online, I don't know how that's spiritual. Like, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I just naturally might come out to be comfortable, but I'm not trying to put my shit in your face for you to watch my videos or for you to, you know, take to me. Like, I want you to hear what the fuck I'm saying and see these goddamn cards. Like, I ain't trying to put my titties on the table and that's all you focused on. Like, that shit lame, whore. And it's no disrespect to them. Your nipples all out and shit. That's not spiritual, bitch. And one of my girl was talking about that same shit. So I love her for that. And I mentioned her in my video. Like I said, I don't want to use nobody for clout. But when you speak in my language and they stole my fucking, they was recording me in my house and they stole my camera. You got to know that I'm coming all out like that. Plus, they was been on me since I was mad before I could walk. Get the fuck out of here. But anyways, back to these marriages. All this shit coincides together, though. So don't think I'm just flying off the rocker. It does coincide with the hangman. I heard superseded. Yeah, I told you I'd do that too. Yeah. Looking at how they was trying to defend themselves against the bullshit. They was blocked in groups. Getting together in groups. Like I said, they ain't invite me. But that was fine because they was sitting out there trying to steal intellectual property. Like I said, I play that music. I don't care what people do. I can't judge you on that because I grew up around the worst crew ever in life. I don't judge you. I just don't engage in the nonsense. And if it's too fucking stupid, bitch, I'm just going over there. Y'all can get shot up and burned up and shit all by yourself. Why the fuck would I want to be in some shit like that? So anyway, they got married and shit. Trying to block a nigga's success. Stealing the money and shit. And I set all they asses on fire. That was justice on my behalf because they was playing. They liars. That shit crazy. Had to end their cycle, their celebration, because the world card is actually a celebration too. They got married in my name, and this has been going on at least 10 years, because when I got proposed to a little over 10 years ago with the fiance, we went to the church and everything. I know he had something to do with this. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He told me that his bitch was doing voodoo. He thought she was doing voodoo on him. They did kind of scare me because, ain't nobody talk about no shit like that. That shit scared the hell out of me. Then we went to the church. Me and his mom and them, we went to the church on Mother's Day. And we had to wear red because if your mother's passed away and shit. And then, like strippers was in there. And the lady was a pastor. They had on shit that, you ain't supposed to. Now, I dress fucked up now. You ain't supposed to wear that shit to no church. And he said that the girl loved him and she was like a whore too. But I ain't had nothing against her. She used to walk up to him and try to give him a hug. And I checked this ass on the side, I said, listen, if she was trying to fuck you, even though, we got together and shit, don't be giving no bitches no hug, cause I ain't no sore loser about it. I'll leave your ass in this motherfucking church, bitch. I'll walk away. I don't even play no catty ass shit like that. So nobody could ever say that I'm a hothead or I'm a jealous person. No, you and that bitch belong together. I'm a real ass nigga to my heart. The fuck? I ain't going to jail for no fuck shit, and nor am I gonna have you stepping out of bounds like you the man. That don't make you no man disrespecting nobody, bitch. You could do that shit by yourself. Be all the man you could be in the army, faggot. So he could have pulled that shit. Look, the world card with the 9 of Pentacles. That shit was wish fulfillment. And the birds fly south. But anyways, yeah, the magician and the high priestess. What the fuck? See? The marriage, the high priestess, like women pastors are high priestess. And it was casting magic. So let me find out. I'll send the killers to the hideout, like I said. It wasn't to be, I'll be laughing and shit. I'm supposed to be crying. I'm supposed to be fucked up right now. Like I said, they was spying the line and paying all these people. It got bigger than these coon ass niggas. It went in the white world too. Like I said, white bitches play with water magic. I don't give a fuck. You could be better than me if you a steak ass whore. You gonna be the greatest, bitch. You gonna always win that one. And I'm gonna let you. Because I wasn't in competition with nobody anyway. God said, why compete with somebody when I gave you all of this? If you're not content with what God gave you, then you don't need a goddamn thing. Now, do you? They fucked around and found out. Bitch, I ended up here. This, even though I'm here, this shit better than the apartment that I was living in for fucking almost 10 years. I mean, them faggots and bitches play so many games. Like I said, they could go up in there. And them bitches too. I said they could go be in there. Set that shit on fire. Need to be condemned. High priestess in reverse. Yeah. So what, bitch? High priestess in reverse. Let me see what that means. Was disconnected from God. They wasn't about to disconnect me from God. With the betrayal, she's heartbroken. Because like I said, this bitch, this the pastor, or whatever the fuck it want to be. And it doesn't have to be specifically that one from the church, so don't get me fucked up. But if it is, bitch, you won. Ain't nothing hidden under the sun. Heartbroken for playing with me. I don't know why people thought because I'm a nice person and I be laughing and giddy all the time that they wasn't about to get hung up on the line. So with that high priest in reverse, sent the curse, Page of Pentacles. And they probably know me from when I was young. You can't make this up. Queen of Cups, you can't. Remember I told you my mom was Baptist. And she brought her bad ass up here from the South. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but they was all in her mouth. Like I said, they cut her motherfucking 12-inch hair to this shit. You think I forgot about that? All these church folk was in on that. And who has the rights to marry people? They didn't go to the city hall. They didn't have to. Just go to the church. Be like, I know homeboy that he a pastor. He could sign us a marriage certificate right here. And we could just do the ceremony whenever we get ready. So this shit went longer than I wanted it to. But anyways, back to them fraud ass marriages. To steal people money. Like I said, they been knew about this. They been on me. And then where I stayed before that, when grandpa and them died, when my mother and grandpa died, within 2 years apart, they had my mom passed away. They put the church people put that goddamn sticky note on my door. They was sending my checks back. I was sending my checks all the way to California, if I'm not mistaken. Remember? And then when I went to court, the lady judge told me, drunk ass, told me that I could pay them, but I still had to move. And I'm like, damn, for what? I'm not a disruptive neighbor. Mind you, like I said, I ain't no snitch or nothing, but if you selling drugs by me, if you selling drugs in the same building I live in, I don't give a fuck what kind of drug it is. And all I do is play my motherfucking music. A cop better not come say shit to me. I should be able to play my music 64 hours a goddamn day. You got these motherfucking thieves, pushers, all that shit right here. And me and my kids just up here listen to our music. I make sure they at school every day. My place is clean every day. I tend to the motherfucking garden every day. Was working every day. I never fuck with nobody. Like I said, I am big on my music though. That's my heart and that's my rec too. That's why I ain't need nobody around me. Boy, listen here. I can go into any zone at any given time with my motherfucking music. And can't nobody tell you that I didn't, because they always sitting out there listening, even the police. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And you know what I just got? When that shit fell out, that's why she want everybody dead. See? Somebody else on the same page as me. I'm working on my music. You got these dope fiends and drug dealers and shit right there. So it's like you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your door locked. You gotta be mindful and respectful of your surroundings. Can't near one of them say I disrespect them. They actually was pretty fair with it. Even if they got paid some of my motherfucking money. Because they seen how I move, and then if we have a conversation, oh, they definitely was getting this, because I had to let a nigga know, hey, this, and I used to go to church every day. Nigga, I was going to church back then, Sunday to Sunday on motherfuckers, because I was repenting the sins. I didn't smoke or nothing, bro. Couldn't nobody tell me shit. But I still respected my people, because I know where I'm from, so I ain't gonna judge you. And I ain't gonna tell you what to do, because, you know, you don't ever want to stop nobody from how they eat. But you would want to show them that it's more to life than just that. That should be a last resort. If you can get your ass up and work every day, then that's longevity versus they catch you with your pack. Your ass is gone. And based on how many charges you have stacked up, that's the time. So I'm a real ass nigga to my heart when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wasn't trying to save nobody, but if you in my circumference, bitch, I'm not a fall guy with you. So whoever the fuck got married in my motherfucking name, and they been doing this shit for so long, it's ridiculous. Justice about my money and the journey that it took. And the way them bitches tried to beat me up about it. And like I said, I was still pushing through. I'm so glad that my children are grown. Because my biggest move for that shit was to make sure that my children were safe. That's why I told motherfuckers, if you really want to get technical about that shit, do your own shit. Because I was holding mines down without their dads, bitch. And that shit's not a joke. I don't know nothing about no child support and shit. So that's why when these whores was getting married and having these babies with these niggas, like, you already knew what they was about. I wouldn't even fuck with them personally. Like, could you pick somebody else for me to marry then? But now they want to use my motherfucking name and my identity and shit. Look, can't make that shit up. But I gotta work with this nigga. See? Now everybody in despair for the spell work that was put out too.